目前我是阳朔探洞的装备最齐全的一个人。我们一队人经常一块出去探洞，他们基本上什么都会听我的，然后我是充当一个领队的角色。每次成功顺利的去从一个洞里出来的时候，我觉得大家都很享受，我觉得对我来说是一个很幸福的事情。阳朔这个地方
This is really the story of one woman driven to learn, to achieve, and it's about her determination, not in a Horatio Alger sense, but in the sense of always learning. Learn about spelunking, learn to be a Chinese chef, learn to speak French, which is better than I ever did. And that is what draws you into the film. As well, some spectacular scenery and photography about China and the Zhongnan Mountain, which perhaps you've seen either in pictures or in paintings, but really is deserves a good look. In its own way, it is the Rock of Gibraltar of China. It's an interesting film also in giving an insight into this woman's character. And that's really the takeaway from this film is what makes this woman tick.
Not only did it showcase these incredible caves and these incredible places that they explore and travel to and belay into and climb and things like that, which is impressive on its own, apart from everything else, but then to also show the other side of her life and the other side of the fact that she does live in a really small village and that her home is a place where she cooks and like that there are other facets of her life that aren't just belaying and climbing. And she also is an artist and she sketches and she draws and she's also a chef. Like to show that you can have these kinds of hobbies that are incredible and can be time consuming, but they don't have to be your entire identity, I thought was beautiful. And I loved that she did show that and showcase that, but then also just to highlight the importance of taking a moment and finding those pockets of silence and letting kind of, like she said, just like laying back and letting everything calm down and letting your body and your mind kind of relax and calm down. I thought it was so beautiful.
The main character is really fascinating, and her way of life in general is really cool, which is why I thought it was really interesting that we just focused on her. But over the course of the film, I began to realize because she herself is so well at articulating the need and the want for that kind of lifestyle. And you could just feel her passion for her life that she's created for herself. I thought that the music in this really matched well with what she was saying, what the narration was. It was all very serene and to go with the flow. I thought the cinematography was also beautiful, especially all the shots of her spelunking and going down into the cave. You see it open up there. The camera work was really beautiful there as well.
And getting a look at the thoughts of people doing something that's not only uncommon, but something that a lot of people, I think, would find genuinely frightening. The way that the caves are shown throughout the film, I think it was very effective. It was impressive to see the kind of size and scale and the kind of weird natural beauty of these locations, but then contrasting that with some other parts of them that are very cramped and very claustrophobic and showing people in that, which elicits a different feeling entirely. And that's something that I really enjoyed from the perspective of someone watching a film, not necessarily someone being in a cave. I don't know if that's something that I would do, but I appreciated seeing people talk about it here. I also like the way that the film tied this activity in with, I guess you'd say, cultural beliefs. I thought that was pretty interesting, and overall, I thought that the film was very well constructed, very good looking.
It was really cool to sort of, be led into that world, follow them along and see, and even on those tight spaces like that, it was really crazy, just wild stuff to see. And it was all put together in an interesting way that sort of, kept the ball moving and just really brought us along in a fun and fascinating way.
It's about these rigging operators that climb mountains in China. And it got a sense like it was a very personal documentary about this woman's journey, and this woman that's always wanted to be a rigger and the rigging operator, and the fact that she did it was pretty cool. Showed her struggle, and it kind of showed you the ins and outs of being a rigging operator, climbing on mountains and things like that. So that was pretty cool. It was really well done. The transitions, the voiceover was great. Overall, the documentary was pretty good.